Oh, Jason. I need a nap. Oh, jeez.
All right, we've
I
got
got
New
like-
Mexico State head coach Marvin Menzies and student athletes Daniel Mullings and Ronaldo Dixon. Coach?
Well, so there I was in the Congo. Okay, let's see. Happy to be here, guys, on the winning side. Very, very hard-fought battle. That was one that we expected, and Texas State did a great job. Bobcats were fighting with all they had. We both had a lot of foul trouble going on, but it was it was a physical game, and I thought that our guys kept their heads and did a very good job playing through it. I might have lost my head a little bit more than they did, I think. So, and my guys followed me a little bit. So I think I rattled my own team there for the first few minutes. And then once I settled down and saw how they were acting, then I've realized that we just need to calm down and execute, and we'll be fine. And so that's what happened. I do want to give Doug a lot of credit. Guys brought his team in here with, a subpar 500 season and just fought like they were, a ranked team, and they played phenomenal, and they played with so much heart. You hate to see anybody go through pain like that, and I'm glad it's them and not us. But at the same time, I want to tip my hats to them. I thought they did a fantastic job.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions.
Okay, thank you.
Done.
Go ahead, Jay.
Coach, can you just talk about getting to another championship game?
Yeah, we're here now, so I guess I can talk about it. It was something you were, working for, but it's good. It's good. There's what is that, 4 now? 4 in 6 years. So, that first one, boy, that triple overtime loss to Boise State, it changed my life. I went home and I was in bed for like 3 days. I was just a wreck, and you realize that those opportunities don't come often. So when you get them, you just got to make sure you're totally prepared and you've done everything you can do as a coach to prepare your players, and then may the best team win. Luckily, the next 2 times we went, we had the better team, and we won. I guess the question will be answered who has a better team tomorrow. So, but it feels great, and it feels good to have the support that we have at the university, from Dr. Boston to the Board of Regents to the president. All of them have our backs, and we've got a great alignment right now, and I think that really helps in setting the foundation for the direction that we're headed, the program's headed.
I thought that Ronaldo and then Kevin and the role players were big tonight.
No, there's no question. Actually, Daniel, why don't you elaborate on the role players? Okay, sure. I just want to make sure they get asked questions, because Bonja was up here and didn't get asked anything last night. So I was like, I'll defer. Ain't no big. I'm a team guy. Well, the role players, I feel, have been a critical component to our overall success this season. There's no question in my mind that we've got a lot of depth, talent, and character on this team, and it shows when we have injuries or adversity. We've had guys step up. I mean, you think about Tyrone not playing these last 2 games. I mean, that's a huge hit to us. But then you look and you see Ronaldo and Remy's line at the 4, which was, what did he say, 20. You add those 2 guys up. What is it, 23 and 11? At the 4 position. So, that's about being as strong as your weakest link, and if that's the weakest link, then hopefully we'll go far.
Coach, what did you notice the biggest difference between Texas State when you faced them during the regular season, and then you said they were coached up well by Doug, they were playing like a ranked team, scrapping like a ranked team? What was the biggest difference when you were scouting them and then we actually played them today?
I think the way they were defending, I think they defended a little more fundamentally sound. They weren't as reckless in gambling, and I just thought that they really, excuse me, I thought they'd really developed over the year, and I thought Doug did a really good job with them as the year went on. I thought they bought in, and I mean, it was amazing the way they played defense the last few days, and so I think that was the biggest difference. you know, we got a lot of transition buckets on them the first couple games, and they did a good job. And it, you know, you look at tonight, they run some triangle and two, which we had never seen, and it frustrated our guys early, and then they settled down and did a good job of sticking to the game plan. So he's a good coach, man, and those guys, those kids got better, and I think he's got some good young talent on that team.
Coming into this tournament, obviously you expected your team to be at this moment, you know, in the semifinal, but did you expect Texas State to be your opponent?
Jason can vouch for me on this. I said at my press conference in Las Cruces, New Mexico, that anybody could win this tournament. And I really felt that way. I felt Seattle was a team that played a lot of close games. I thought that Idaho was a team, if they would have got past us, would have been a team that could have surprised some people. And Texas State and UTSA, I mean, UTSA has 3 guys that are playing, you know, off the charts right now. So whenever you have that, you've got a few guys that can really go, then you got a chance, you know. So I do think that we had a lot of much more parity in the conference than the records indicated. You got to tip your hat to La Tech and Denver for winning a lot of close games, but they were a lot of close games. So when you get to tournament time, you know, who's going to show up, you know, and that's thank God my guys did.
Daniel, can you talk about what Coach was about to pass on to you? Just the play of Ronaldo. Kevin hit a big 3, and obviously Remy came off the bench and hit some big shots too.
I mean, like Coach said, our role guys, they're big. And the thing is with them is, you know, during the season, in every practice, and every shoot-around we go through, everybody takes it 100%, and everybody goes at each other and treats it like a game. So when their name is called, you know, they're ready to perform, and like they did today. You know, especially Ronaldo and Remy at the 4 position, you know, losing Ty, with him not playing, you know, they stepped up big, and they're a vital force, and you know, you just gotta tip their hat to them.
Ronaldo, let's talk about your first half there. I think you had 12 points in the first half. You know, the rest of the team maybe was trying to get a little frustrated offensively, but you were able to find some space.
Yeah, they were focusing on Daniel and Bondi, so there was a lot of open gaps in their zone, because I think they're playing a boxing 2. So there's a lot of triangle
Lots of
2.
two would be 6.
6.
They're playing a triangle
Come on,
2.
man. It's a 3.62. Get it right.
So the middle was wide open, so I got to get some good deep touches.
Ronaldo, you know, you were obviously on the team last year, but what's it like being a main contributor on another team that gets to play for a championship?
Well, I was still contributing as much as I can, so now that my role's changed, I'm still doing that, contributing as much as I can, do whatever I can to help the team.
Ronaldo, how important was it for you guys to get out to a fast start against this team? Because they went up on Seattle 8-0 and they got Denver 10-0, but you guys got them 7-3 today. Was that talked about? And were you guys ready to come out strong?
Yeah, we just do what we always do. Like, we try to throw the first punch.
Coach, you got 22 points off the bench, and it seemed like those baskets came at really big times. When Texas State cut it to 5, Remy scores on 3 straight possessions. Kevin had a big 3, and Terrell had a couple of big 3s. How important were those guys off the bench tonight for you guys?
Well, you know, there's no question. By the way, you got a great voice for radio.
Thank you.
There's a significant amount of success when you have great character from the end of the bench to the starting 5. And our guys we have some great kids that understand their roles. You know, roles are key. You know, roles are key. And like even Terrell today. You know, Terrell I got ready to put in. No, I'm sorry. KC struggled there for a second. I don't know if you guys saw it, and I actually subbed Terrell in. I was about to sub him in. He said, "Coach, he's good. Just talk to him." I mean, who says that as a player? Who says he's good? Just talk to him, because he knew he was playing well and he wanted to finish, and Terrell had sat for a little bit. And that's the kind of kids we got. I mean, you know, who says that? You know, he's like, "Coach, I'm good. I'll be ready to roll tomorrow too." He said, "But I'll go in if you want me, but he's good. Just talk to him." I mean, okay. You know, what is this, freaking bitty ball? I was loving it. And that's the kind of kids we got.
Just a stand-up guy.
Stand-up guy.
That's all it is.
I like that.
Coach, you're the highest ranked or highest seeded
Oh, I thought you was about to say highest paid. Something happened? Something happened during the game?
Highest seeded team left. Do you guys feel like this is your championship to lose?
Nah, not at all. We are so unaware of what's going on in the world and speculation and perception. It's we don't we're not tweeting. Well, I'm not tweeting. I'm not Facebooking. I'm not I'm not doing anything except getting ready for the next game. I haven't looked at San Antonio or Arlington, and we just had total focus on Texas State, and they earned our total focus. So that's what we were preparing to do, and it was the same thing for Idaho. I mean, think about it. See, if I was proactive and trying to, project that we were going to play Denver, that would have been wasted time. You got to win the one in front of you. So I don't think seeding has anything to do with this tournament. The top two are already out. So we're focused.
We got time for this last question.
Who wants it?
How much would happen? How much of what happens tomorrow, Saturday, championship Saturday? How much is that you guys? How much of it is the other team?
That's a good question. I really, I probably couldn't answer until after the game was over. But I think that if we take care of our box, as we say in the locker room, and we just concentrate on what we do, and we get beat, then I can live with that. But I think if we do what we're supposed to do and take care of our box, then we'll be okay.
Thanks, you guys.
Excuse me.